Hello and welcome. This is Vanessagraulich, and today I want to talk about the difference between the stock market and the real estate market because it's now super important to see how the stock market is so much volatile than the real estate market. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's first start talking about what happened with, GameStop. Basically, you had hedge funds managers waiting to profit from the, they just basically short sell the stock and they just wait until the price, goes down, and basically they just profit out of that. I made a video and you can go to my IGTV explaining the process in simple terms of short selling. So then what happens? You have the people, like I said, from the internet, right? And they start betting and they start, increasing the stock. And obviously the hedge funds, to put it away, so you understand the logic. The hedge funds do not want the stock price to go up, but the people want the stock price to go up so the companies don't go bankrupt. So, basically they don't shut down. So hedge funds are kind of like hedge funds managers. Listen, and this is not like if they're right or if they're wrong. This is how the business is. And these are the rules of the game, to put it away. Because when people say like, oh, hedge funds managers are greedy, yes, but this is business. So they basically just take advantage of a speculation. And then the people, some people saw the pattern was about to happen with GameStop and they increase the price. So hedge fund managers wouldn't make profit. And basically the company, will be safe, to put it away. Is it illegal? Is it not illegal? Well, this is where now regulations are going to start coming, because the main problem is that before, the internet and all this, when you were like buying stocks or selling stocks or doing any of these, financial instruments changes, right? Or basically profiting from just doing exactly what a stockbroker will do, you didn't have the technology. But nowadays you have Cash App, you have Robinhood. So now technology is giving the price, all the information available for anyone that wants to invest. And it's good. Obviously, it is bad because sometimes you have people that might not be educated and might think that this is like a gamble, and they might not understand the factors, how the stock goes up or who, basically they just do it like a gamble, to put it away. And then, they can have huge losses. So my point is with this video, as you can see here, stocks are now hot as ever. But at the same time, there's a lot of distrust, I guess, from the people because these things are happening. At the same time, there's a lot of conspiracy rumors and the whole thing. We have a new president. Everything is changing super fast. And obviously the pandemic is just enhancing these feelings that everyone has, that we just want to go back to what we used to have. And I don't think that will ever happen, because COVID is basically when you find your husband cheating and you're like, that's it, I will never trust you again. So COVID has brought many factors and, in the economy that basically has made us understand how volatile stocks and basically interest rates and everything is, and, how you can manipulate these factors. Obviously, sometimes, who's right? The economics. Who are right? The politicians, or like, the activists, because when you're an economist, you're going to have a much different interest than when you're a politician, and so on. And again, is there anything wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. This is how life is. But I feel that because of what happened, and because hedge funds managers have so much leverage, and when I say leverage, these are basically the people that also run the economy too. There's going to be obviously more regulations. I don't know who's going to be the beneficiary of these regulations. I think regulations are needed as long as they are fair to all the stakeholders. So that's the question. How these regulations are going to help the consumer that just goes to the Cash App, and then, when the hedge funds managers are losing money, and you're restricted. I'm not saying Cash App was the one, but I'm just saying in general, like if you have like an app and they restrict you and they say, no, you can do this. They can, but you can. Then that's when you say, okay, we do need regulations because it should be a fair game. We can all make money. In a capitalist world, we can make money. But the worst part of the capitalism is that, you want to have a free market, but there's always someone much more greedy And of course, that's part of being a capitalist. There's nothing wrong with that. I love capitalism, but we need to play fair on both sides, on the government side, on the consumer side, and on the private market side. What do I think is going to happen with real estate? I think real estate is going to be more attractive to investors because even if the rates goes up or goes down, a house is a house. You always will need, something to live. Rents are going, like the price of renting is going up because everything is going up. So yes, obviously real estate is always going to be a much safer solution. But what are the risks of real estate too? Well, you also have the risk, especially if you live in Florida, you have the risk of hurricanes. You have the risk that the insurance is going to cost you a fortune because, we live in Florida. So those type of factors too sometimes can make real estate, unappealing. But if you think about it, a stock and real estate, at the end of the day, what you want to do is diversify, right? You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Now, I don't know how safe, is to say if the market is going to go up or it's going to go down. I think right now we're such in a weird times and weird things just happen. And I think I am positive because I know that as long as we can all be positive, good things will happen. And that's probably, what we all should do. And probably the only thing we can control for now, day by day. I hope you enjoyed this little discussion. My name is Vanessa Graulich. You can follow me. You can see all my Instagram information and all my profiles. I do real estate and I also love numbers. So have a great day.